Hola chicos, ¿cómo va? Today we're going to discuss the informal commands in Spanish. And in Spanish, the commands are called mandatos. So that's what we're going to do. And informal means that we're going to give commands to tú and not to usted. So in Spanish, there is usted, which is the formal you, and there is tú, that is informal you. And that's what we're going to do in this lesson. We're not going to deal with usted in this lesson. This lesson assumes that you know how to conjugate the simple regular verbs in Spanish, and that you know the Spanish subject pronouns. If you don't, it would be a good idea to go back to see in the channel the videos that deal with the subject pronouns and the regular verb conjugation. Also, in this video, we're going to deal with the affirmative commands, because in Spanish, the affirmative commands are formed in a different way from the negative commands. In English, you say sit, it's affirmative, or you say don't sit, and it's negative, and they are formed in the same way. In Spanish, they're different, and this lesson will deal strictly with the affirmative commands, and the negative commands will be dealt with later in the next video. Okay? So in Spanish, there are only three groups of the verbs. There is AR, there is ER, and there is IR. So you have here hablar, comer, and vivir. To speak, to eat, and to live. Okay? So if you know how to conjugate verbs in the present tense for the regular verbs, you know that if you take away the ending of the verb, AR, you have able, which is the root, and then you add to that root the following endings. Yo hablo, I speak. Tú hablas, you informal speak. Usted habla, you sir, you madam speak. Or ella habla, él habla. She speaks, he speaks. Nosotros hablamos, or nosotras hablamos. We speak. Vosotros habláis. You, plural, speak. It's used only in Spain. And hablan would go for ustedes and ellos and ellas. You, plural, speak, and they speak. So know that for the informal affirmative command, you will use this form, which is works for usted, ella, y él. So if you say habla, that will be a formed informal command, and it would mean speak. Okay? So next group is comer. If we have this ER ending and we take it away, we have com as the root, and then to that com we add that letter E. Why? Because it corresponds to the third person singular conjugation, or the usted form. Yeah? So if you say como, I eat, comes, you informal it, come, usted, ella, usted, usted, ella, él, come, you eat, you sir, you madam, or she or he, comemos, we eat, coméis, you plural eat, used only in Spain, comen, you plural eat, or they eat. So that form will be again your command. Come means you eat, and it is only for two commands. Vivir ends on IR, you take it away, and you have vivo, I live. Vives, you live, informal. Vive, you sir, you madam live, or she or he lives. Vivimos, we live. Vivís, you plural live, only in Spain. Viven will be you plural, or they live. Again, you're going to use this form for creating the command that is informal for two. Vive, live as a command. Remember, all of these commands are for two. All right, so let's see an example. Let's say you come to somebody's house and your friend is that unshaved wolf that hasn't had the coffee yet, and you're going to give him some commands. You want to talk to him, so you'll say, habla, speak to me, talk to me. You want to eat with him, breakfast, so you say, come. You already have seen how to form these, you want to tell him, drink some coffee with me, have some coffee with me. Toma. Tomar is to drink or to have or to take. If you know how to use the reflexive verbs, you could say, afeítate, hombre. Shave yourself, look at you. So it will be normal conjugation of afeita, and then you add that se in here, and it will be afeítate with the accent mark. Afeítate, shave yourself. But when you deal with these two verbs, oops, you cannot use the same principle. Why? Because these two verbs are irregular. What do? Oh, you have to learn the irregular verbs by heart because they are not as predictable as the regular verbs. How come? Well, it's because they are irregular. Let's take a look. So you have here, I'm not claiming they are all, but these are the most common irregular verbs. So you have here hacer, to do or to make, and the command will be has. In Spain it will be haz, will the lisp. In Latin America just s. Poner, to put. Ir, be, go. Venir, to come, ven. Salir, to go, to leave, sal. Decir, to say or to tell or say. Tener, to have. So know that these ones are irregular verbs and they have to be learned by heart. There is no logic in it. It just has to be memorized. Okay? So there are some of them, not that many. You can do it. It's not that difficult. Okay, the next thing is I would like you to take a couple of minutes to stop the video now and to try to make commands for these verbs. So you have infinitives, and I would like you to create informal tool commands for these verbs. So it would be a good moment to stop the video right now, turn it on in a couple of minutes after you're done. Alright, so let's see. You have here the verb comprar, to buy. You have here the verb caminar, to walk. You have here escribir, to write. Leer, to read. Poner, to put. And proponer, it is to propose, to offer. Alright, so let's see how it works. You can create commands for two. Comprar will be compra. Caminar will be camina. Easy. Escribir will be escribe. Leer will be lee. Poner will be pon, as you have seen in the irregular verb table. But you have here proponer, and know that it has the prefix, and it's not going to work as another verb. So in Spanish, if you have a verb with a different prefix but the same verb, most of the time it will be exactly the same. You will keep the prefix, so it will be pro, and then you put the same conjugation. So that makes it much easier for you because so many verbs will have the same verb just with the prefix. I hope this lesson was clear. I hope you're comfortable to give great commands to your friends, family, pets and children. Remember, some commands could be very nice. Please sit down, eat, drink coffee, eat biscuits. Some commands are not so nice, but be nice. And if it was not clear, let me know and I will record a new lesson explaining in a different way how to use the informal affirmative commands in Spanish. Ciao, pescado.